Good morning, class. In this session, we will see the overview of Unit 3, which includes the linear data structure linked list. So, in earlier classes, we have seen the usage of the data structure arrays and also the data structure representations, which are the stacks and queues, which is using array as a presentation for either stack or a queue here. And we use linked list also for representing the data elements here. What makes this usage of the linked list as far as we are having the arrays? Arrays is been using for storing the elements, and it is also providing the storage space and also accessing of the elements based on the subscript we have been using. So the main disadvantage of this arrays is the size of that one. Means the size has to be mentioned earlier when we are dealing with this elements to be stored. It means if you have been failed to give the correct size or the approximate size that one, the elements won't be accepted to be stored in that one. So that is a one disadvantage here. Means if you are giving the more space to that one, then there is no problem. But you should be aware of what is the size of that elements we have been using. Okay. And coming to the linked list, there is no such representation that we need to priorly give the size of the list here. So because whenever you are specifying it is a list consists of a structure, means it is being included as a node. A node is been having some header and the next tail will be there. This header and the tail will have its data and then pointer representation there respectively for that process. So here we must define a list here, but it is not being specified that it should be consist of a size. We should mention the list must be of this size. So what happens here is whenever you are trying to add a value to that one or remove a value to that one, it allows you to easily process this thing. And this one, what you have been elements, what you have been storing in arrays means the continuous means the continuously it is been storing. Beside elements has to be done. Means besidely you need to process this one. If not, what happens here? It is being taken that they are not being stored in an array format. But in the linked list, it is not like that. You must store the elements in a continuous format. So it will take a memory space to allocate the data for that one. That's all. And these where we need to means where we need to get the data. All these things means the next data will be there. So how I am going to connect to this one here is each and every node we are using have a pointer to that one which points to the next element there. So this pointer will points to the memory space, that is memory address of the element what is being stored. So whether it is being continuously stored or not, then there is no any problem for the processing. So it's not been means as a condition that particular that we may consider or we may use only continuous data or the continuous storage here. And this we have the linked list, we have the one. In this first one here as a single linked list. The single linked list here is a unidirectional one. Means it will from the left to right only. It can be traversed in the one direction. There is a from head to the last node, which is being considered as a left to right representation. Okay, and it is also a linear type data structure. It also stores the values here. And as if you see the node what you have been created means the node what you have been represented for each and every element means each and every element is having a node here. This node consists of two parts, which is the data part and the next part. Data part consists of the data value what you've been stored in that one, and the next part consists of a pointer which links to the next node. If it is having a pointer, then it will be having a means a link to that one. If not, what it is doing, it will be specified as a null there. If you see this one, this is a example for representation that is if you see a data element there which is a 10, if you consider it has a two parts, the two parts has a first one is the data part and the next one is the next part, means next between consider as a pointer. if the element is having the connection to that one, then it will be taken into this value. If not, what it is doing, it is been specified as a null here, or you may simply means manually you can specify it as a cross mark. As I said, it is which is not a contiguous memory space. Simply see this example. This example, the header node has been started with the means the first node has been stored at the 101, the address of that one. And where it is the next node has been stored here is it has been stored at the 706. That's all. Here it is not taking the continuous memory spaces for that one. What we need is we need to store the values into that one. This value storage will have the memory allocation. The memory address, what you are doing, you should know the memory address to be for the next element. That's all. It is a continuously storing or not. It's not a representation. Whatever the spaces is been available for that particular amount of the time, it will be fetched and it will be stored, and it will be updated in the next pointer address of the previous element, and the link has to be provided to that one. Okay, whenever you are taking link means what it is, just specify the next pointer address to the first element. What happens here is it is allowed to the access of this element what we are having, and the traversing of this element through this single linked list will be from head to the last node, from this one to the this one. That's all. It has been taken into that one. So here the disadvantage here is we can't move the back forth to that one. We just go for the unidirectional, which is from the 2, that is a forward direction will be there. We can't move to the back forth direction. So if you want to get the second element, or if you want to process any element which is in between or that one, what you have to do is nothing but you need to again start from the head node and you need to reach that element. It is not that we can move the back forth representation. So to overcome this, we are using another one, that is a chains, which is indeed being specified as a doubly linked list. So this chain is also a linked list representation, which has been taken as a sequence of that one. And also it is been taking that both sides into an account. Means you to traverse or to get the elements of that one, we need to take this circular like representation, which will be traversed from head to tile, and also from the tile to the back forth you are representing. And coming to this one, so here this doubly linked list what we are using is being taken into that one back, means from where we are the single linked list what we are doing, we are being considering that to reach the second element, what you have to, you must start with the head element there. If not, what it is doing, it is been allowed to process for the next. There is no any back forth up. If you are taking the 3 such elements there, then there is no any problem. If you are having plenty of the elements and you need to reach the other element there, and you are being considered be traversing from the head node, means if you are being reached middle of that one, what happens here, it is being considered as a wastage of the time. So here what it is doing is it is been specifying that these values what we are doing to be to and fro has to be specified. So here this to and fro has to be taken into an account. And the single linked list what you are having have the 2 parts here, but the double linked list what you are doing will have the 3 parts. This double linked list will be having the previous link. I mean, because to and fro has to be specified now. So the to and fro means what it is doing, it is been taking that what is the previous element address to be processed. Okay, so the previous element what it is, and the next element what it is, and then next in the between of that one we are using the data representation. For the first one, we are taking the previous link as a null, because it is a first representation. There will be no element to be processed, that will be considered as a null here, and the remaining will be taken into that previous next. Here we are having the next element, means it has been considered to this processor to this other element or not, we need to see. Okay, and how we are going to represent these elements, that is a chain in C++ is, so we need to define what is a chain here. So for that, we are each and every chain consists of a nodes here. So the node is a part which is having the multiple parts here, which is a node part, which is a collection of the data what is been having, and this collection of the data what it is been specified stores the data, and it is being taken into the multiple representations here. If you see this data representations here, how we are declaring the node here is, it consists of a data and it consists of the linked list here. Or you may specify, means if you are taking, you may specify like this or you may specify like this. So there is no any that is representation that it should be like this one. So you need to take the data and the next node has been specified. How I am going to design in this chain class here is, I need to mention whether it is reaching the processing or not. So first one, what I have to do, I need to take this head node and the next node has to be processed. If you are reaching the tail node, what you are doing, you have been specifying that it's a end of that one. Okay. If there is a chance of knowing the successor and the predecessor, you need to display there. For the single linked list, you need to have the successor only. Successor means next node. For the doubly linked list, we must know the successor and predecessor. Predecessor means the previous link. Okay. So this linked list what you are creating will be based on the functionality of the list what you have been selected. If it is a singly linked list, the list consists of only one link there, which specifies the next node or the next one here. So that is a successor. If you are taking the other one, what is doing, apart from this data and also the successor, it has to know about the previous one. That is also its predecessor there. So the linked list may have the predecessor data, may not have that. If it has the predecessor data, then we'll specify it as a chain or a doubly linked list. If not, we are specifying that as a simply a single linked list representation. And these are the operations which has been, or the actions to be performed on that one. So here we first create an empty list there, and we may insert the node or delete the node for the processing. So to know the elements which has been inserted, we need to traverse the list and you can search for the node what you have been done. And if you want to update the value of any node, updation will be done. So printing all the nodes or all the list or a single node, it will be done by the printing one. Any how many elements are there, you need to note that one by using the count. Reversing will be performed, sorting of the elements will be done, and you have to add these two lists, concatenation will be performed. And then if you want to match the list and perform the list, it has to be stored as a third list, it will be performed here. So these are the linked list creation which is been using or which is been adding, inserting the node which have the multiple behaviors here. See here, creation means creating the first list here. We can add the list at the beginning, means we can add the nodes at the beginning. We can use the display and then search. And coming to the insertion of that one, insertion will be done initially at the beginning. So after which node or before which node, or we can specify at the end of that one. And deletion also, delete the begin node, delete the after node which is the specified one. Means if I specified the 8, the node which is after that one will be deleted. If not, the node before one will be deleted. Delete the end means the end, the tail part will be deleted there. And coming to the next one, that is a pointer manipulation in that one. So here, when we are dealing with this one, means deletion or anything or insertion of that one, so we need to make this pointers to be constant. Means here, as we see in the stat, that is a queue representation, the ways of the front pointer, what he is doing, it is been moving from back and forth for implementation of that one. But also we need to take this consideration into representation there. So whenever we are creating a new node, dynamically we need to provide the memory space for that one. And if you are deleting that one, also dynamically it has to perform that representation. For this one, we are using two such new operators, that is new and delete. So here we need to create this elements dynamically there. What happens here? We need to allow the user to access the memory spaces. To create a node for that one, to create a space for a variable, for a value, we use the new operator. and to delete that one, we use the delete operator. So this object what we have been specifying, the data object what we have been using, dynamically created by this operator, and it has been returns the pointer which indeed points to that created new object. If it is not been done, then it will be failed here. Means not only creating a data object, here the thing is you need to create a pointer for that new object which is to be pointed to the from the head or from the predecessor there. So what it has to do, it has to specify the new operator what you have been using has to specify a pointer here. Means normally if you are creating a variable or the data space for that one, it is not been enacted as a list here. Means it must have a pointer to that node. So whenever we are creating a pointer to that, means whenever you are creating a memory space to that variable, it should return a pointer and also the space for that processing. So for that one, what they are doing, they are using a new operator which creates the dynamic object also, and what it is doing, it returns the pointer which is been pointing to its new object which has been created. So here the code which has been used for this node, and then stop means the pointer which is been specified as a creation of the new node. So whenever you are using a new node here, the new operator is being specified for creating a new space for that one, and it returns the pointer for the specification. And it this delete operation what we are using, destroy the object and also the pointer what is being specified and free up the space here. Destroying the variable is not only the thing, where it is pointing has to be destroyed there. And you have been deleting the element, means deleting the value, and didn't clear the that is space what you have been, this pointer what has been created. Then what it is doing, it is being specified that the pointer exists and there exists an element there. So what it has to do, it has to create the, sorry, it has to delete the elements and also it's a pointer here dynamically what we are specifying. And coming to the next one, there is a circular list. So in this circular list representation, so here the list won't be set as a null here. So in this one, if you see the last one will be pointed to the first one. So then there is no any null pointer for the representation. If you are having only single node also, what is it will be pointed to itself. So what is the last node here? The last node next pointer will be always the first node here. Okay. And coming to the operations to be performed on that one, here is, we can take this one as a first empty list. We can add at the begin, add at the end, and then add at the between any nodes here. So first one is the insertion, which is a empty list. So first we need to create an element space here. So here create a list which is to be pointed as a null here because there is no such value to be pointed, and create a node to store the value which is a 5. So to create a node, what it has to do, we need to call up the new operator here. So this new operator, what it does, it creates a node here having the two parts, which is a data part, and then next this one pointer next part. Okay. So this whenever we are calling the node here, this class will create this two representations, and what it is doing, it is been taking into the pointer consideration has to be applied to the which one, to the first one. As I said, if you are having single node also, what it is doing, the next pointer will be itself only. Okay. So here we added the one value to that one. So this one will include only the at the first step. If you are trying to add the element at the beginning of the list, means you are having one element and you are trying to add this one to this representation. What it is doing is, first we need to make some manipulations to that one. So here, first create a node to that one. For what you have been creating, for what you have been to what element you have been inserting, create a node for that one. And this creation of the node simultaneously has to take the pointer there. Yes, now? So what it is doing is it needs to make the changes to that one. So this one, what you are taking will be the node for at the beginning. So here the created node will be the node to be added here is the node to be added here is 10. Already we are having the 2 elements here, and the element what is the last here is 8. Why we are mentioning the last means this is the circular one. We should know what is the end point of that one. So whenever we are having the end value there, what it has to do, we need to specify it as a last one. Okay. And coming to the adding of this one. So we need to add at the beginning here. Before adding the beginning, we need to make some changes here. So here what you are doing, the last pointer what you are mentioning is pointing to the 6 here. But what it is doing, it should point to the 10 now. So here we need to consider T's next will be last next. T's next means this one. What is the last next? Last next is 6. So we need to create a pointer to the next element here. First, we need to create a pointer to the next element. Okay. And we need to update the value here. How I am going to update the value here is just go for the next step. Last next will be T here. So here, try to create a node, an arrow which has been pointing, that is a pointer here to this one, and update the value of this one. So the last one, what you have been using, will be pointed to the which one? To this one. So here we need to specify like this. So we need to make the changes here. If you are deleting, if you are adding to this one, it won't be processed. We need to change the addressing of this pointers here. So the last node is pointing to the first one, that is a 6. So make it as a first one. Before making it as a first one, add this pointer to this one. So make a pointer connection to this one and update the value at the last. Means we need to remove this one and add this one here. Okay. So by that you can add the value at the node at the beginning. Okay. Coming to the end of the list. End of the list means just identify what is the last element here. Okay. First create a node. This is the element we need to add it at that one. Create a node for that one. Node has been created, the 10 and the pointer to that one. What it has to do is nothing but it needs to update the values here. First updation here is, what is the first? T's next will be last next. What is the T's next? This one will be the last next. Now last next means here last next consists of this one. So here, wait, we need to point to the last next. Clear this one and this one. So there will be providing this the data. And what is the other one? We need to update the last at present last next to the T. Okay. So here the last next will be this one. Last next will be this one. Okay. And the other updation here is, this is not the last node now. Now this is the last node. Make T as a last node. That's all. So here clear the last node and the next specified one and add this one to this representation and make this changes. So adding the last one means make several changes here. we need to update the last node, and we need to update the that is previous last node's next pointer, and added last node's next pointer also. By that we'll have the data for the processing. Okay, and in this one we don't have the problem for the accessing of the elements here. Why? Because we are adding the elements, we can process them based on the node we have been added, and also it is been allowing to add the elements as we require. Means it is not the continuous space also. Okay, if you want to add that one, if you want to add, it means in there is, if you want to add that an element, what it has to move to, means several updations, it has to move to the left or the right. We need to see for that, we need to make the several updations for the processing. Coming to the insertion between the nodes, so it takes several steps to be added. Why? Because it has to be added, means we need to make the changes to this two nodes here. Where we need to add this one, we need to add to this in between the 8 and 10. Simply here the updations will be this one. So we need to make the two pointers changes, and we need to remove one pointer. That's all. So here to make this one, just take the element, create a node. Node has been created, and then next what you have to do, we need to specify that at which node we need to add this one. So here we need to add in between or before that one, or after that one we need to specify. So here just insert which is after the node specified. A means 8 means, so the T next will be piece next. P means here T next will be piece next. T means here 12, P means here 8. T next here is should be equals to 8 next. What is the 8 next? 10. So make it as a, the pointer what you are using for this one, make it as a T's pointer. And coming to the next one is P's next will be T. P's next will be T means this is the P, this is the T. So next will be T. So here if you are adding then what you have to do, we need to make the changes to the pointer. That's all. So we need to add the new node by making this connections to the already existed one. So here just need to know where you need to add that one. So where you need to add that one means just specify before pointer as a P here. Means here the pointer what you have been using here been considered as a 8. P is a 8. So 8's next will be taken as a T's next, and then next the T next will be P's next will be pointed to the T what has been added recently. So that is the between nodes what you are having. Coming to the next one, available space list. So this available space list here is how many spaces means what is the storage we are having free for that processing. Means you should know the accessing space, available space for that one. As of now, you are having free nodes. You can continuous. It is not the contiguous one available. Means it will take the nodes which is a free at that instant of time. Before getting into that one, it will be better to know whether the elements what we are being inserted has a free space, available space or not. At that instant of time, you are searching for the memory space. It takes lots of the cycles to be processed. So what it has to do, it has to take what are the free spaces we are having before processing. Means at the time of the adding or the inserting, if you are providing the such a representation, it will be not easy for that accessing. So for what we have to do, we need to take initially what is the free space for this one. Means how many nodes are free, we need to get the data. That one will be specified as a available list or the free pool, storage pool, or the simply available here. So this pointer what you are using will be the avail pointer. This will include the available space for the accessing of the memory spaces. So if you are getting this one, any space is there, just get the node and it is been taking the values here. So if it is null means what is doing available is null means there is no such data to, there is no space to be inserted means the list what it is list has been specified as a empty, and then next, if you are being space means we are being taking into the consideration. So linked stacks. Linked stacks means in the previous sessions we have been implemented stacks using the arrays. Here we are implementing the stacks using the linked list. There will be no any change in its property. What you are doing, we have been taking the stack as a last in first out or the first in last out. That's all. What you are using is you are storing the elements using the linked list processing. That's all. If the stack which is used for the processing or implementing using the linked list, then it will be specified as a linked stack. And whatever the element you are using, the storing here is having the node like representation. This node is having two parts, as I said, data part and the next part. Next part is pointing to the next element. So here it is like a stack like representation. The first element has been at the underneath, and then next element, and then. If you are having the pointer, then you are specifying it as a to the next data. If not, we have been taking null. Means the top element will have the null, because if you are having connection, then it will be the next data. Then there is no any data. The top element what you have been using will be null. If you are not having any data, simply the top will be specified as a null. That is, there is no any such data for the processing. So how we are going to insert the data here is just in the arrays. What you are doing, you are taking the elements to be processed here is first initialize and give the space to the arrays, and then add the elements one by one. Okay, and the pop operations will be like that only. One by one the element will be deleted, and if you are having any elements to be inserted, means what is the one to insert the element, we need to check whether it is a fill. So here this one, the example here is a push of the 10 has been specified as a stack overflow, and the elements you have not been taken will be considered as a underflow. If you are taking the linked list presentation, when we are creating an element won't have the simple representation. It has a node like processing. It has a data and it has a node pointer. The pointer will be pointing to the next element. The down one is an example for the processing, means the element of it being inserted. The elements inserted are the 1, 5, 9, 4, 10. Deletion of the elements will make the pointer to be moved to this one. Means here we deleted the 10th element. The 10th element what you are making here being should update the pointer, should update the top value. Okay, so here we should update these values to the 4, and we need to make the connection to that one. And after the deletion, the values will be 1, 5, 4, 9, 1. To insert also, the insertion will be done in the stack at the beginning only. At the beginning only, we have been adding the variables, adding the values. Why? Because the values what you have inserted will be at the top of the stack. So at the beginning we are adding. So at the beginning we are adding means make it as a, this is the beginning. So this will be specified as a end here. So this one beginning means this next value has to be inserted pointer, and then this one value has to be null here. After insertion, this one we consider as a this one. As of the linked stacks, linked queues will be there. The queues what we are using will be implemented by the linked list here. So as you know that the link stack, the queue representation here, how we are going to process, how we are going to elements will be added from one side, deleted from the another side. Using the arrays means what it is been doing, it is been added from one end to the another end. Okay, and linked list representation means you can add from one end and you can delete the element from the other end. So here the adding and the deleting will be the same here. So if you are having the double linked list representation, what is the left link, data link, and then right data link has to be represented now. Okay, that's about today's class. In tomorrow's class, we will see the remaining topics of this one. So doubly linked list and the processing there. Thank you.